Welcome back from the world of dreams, everyone. I'm here to welcome you to Riderpiece Theater. Me, Alistair Dayhawk, and tonight, me proud to present Kamen Rider Zeztz, Episode 3. So we start where we left off last week with Nox and Baku and the Bomber Nightmare. And Baku realized that, wait a minute, is it possible that Mulder is the one behind the Bomber Nightmare destroying his dreams? And Nox, with his evil monologue, he says that no one understands a person's subconsciousness, not even the dreamer himself. In other words, he's telling Baku, you want to know why? Good luck with that. Because not even the dreamer knows why he's doing what he is doing. So yeah, good luck. And he does his evil walk. And Baku is frustrated, and then we have the Bomber Nightmare leaving its mark on the police building, and Baku wakes up, with the explosion and whatnot. And Baku, wakes up in the real world, and Minami is all like frantic, like, what happened? What's going on? Do we have a thief? What's going on? And Baku's like, no, everything is fine. I had a bad dream. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everything's cool. Yeah, don't panic. But speaking of panic, Baku, is doing his daily things, right? Until he watches the news and sees there is an explosion that happened at the police station, which causes Baku to be like, what the hell? And he looks outside and sees the said police building in smokes, which causes Baku to be all panic mode. He's like, wait a minute, this happened in my dream. How come it is happening in real time here? What's going on? I'm in panic mode. Oh my god, I need to talk to Zero, which he does. So he storms inside his closet and he sees Zero, trying to drink his tea. Apparently robots can drink. And Baku, all in a panic, is like, Zero, what's going on here? The police building is in flames. This happened in my dream. How come this is real? Explain to me, please. And Zero all calmly was like, dude, these nightmare creatures have the ability to make things for real. So he says that the creatures have the ability to turn bad dreams into reality. And here's the thing, though. I never once seen a Freddy Krueger movie where Freddy not only tortures his victims, but also destroys buildings. I never seen that before. So I think that that's just an added ability that Yuya wanted to add for his creatures. So apparently, if a nightmare creature destroys the school, in real time, you see the school in flames. So, yes. So in order to stop it, Baku needs to find the mind's doors in the dream world. And these doors leads to the dreamer's subconsciousness. And once the nightmare has opened all three, the dreamer will be trapped in their nightmare forever. Yes. So Baku's mission now is to invade someone's dreams and destroy the nightmare creature before it opens all three doors. Because remember last week, Zero said, if the nightmare succeeds in its mission, it will take the soul and possess the body and will cause havoc in the real world. Speaking of, Mulder and his dream, Mulder gets bad news from the director that the paranormal division will be dismantled, which causes Mulder to be on his knees begging the director, please do not do this because he has a lead to his black case that he's working on right now. And he tells the director that I know what's causing this. This is a nightmare monster. Like, you gotta believe me here. But the director is telling Mulder, look, you're crazy. There's no such thing. You need to stop daydreaming. And also the main reason why he wants to dismantle the division is because he sees it as a waste of time and taxpayers' money. Like, he doesn't see a point of keeping the division because he thinks it's a waste of money. And so the director is forcing Mulder to have a forced vacation. You see this piece of paper saying a force of leave and whatnot. And I'm surprised, guys. I'm surprised that he didn't give Mulder a choice of either you gonna have this extended vacation or I could send you to the loony bin. I'm surprised there was no that option. But in any case, Mulder is very depressed. Like, he doesn't know what to do now because, like, he is telling the director, okay, here's what I know. I know what's causing this, and yet you don't believe me. Scully doesn't believe in him. The only person that does believe is Baku, but he's not a cop. And even if he were a cop, he will not have any persuasive sway to the director and convince him, please, what he's telling him was what he's telling you is the truth, and you cannot dismantle the division because it's its only hope, right? But poor Mulder, he's in despair now. And speaking of Mulder, Baku is looking for him, and he goes to the police station, but he asks a cop, like, where can I find the paranormal division department at? I need to speak with Mulder. But the cop tells Baku that, hey, the division is being dismantled and he doesn't know where Mulder is. But Baku is asking, is there any way to reach him? Can you give me his contact information? But the cop says, no, I can't do that. It's just, the confidential type of thing. Like, I can't give out personal information. Baku is begging, like, dude, like, I understand, but this is an emergency. I need to speak to him right away. But the cop is saying, no way, I can't give you his personal information. Which causes Baku to run home, return to the dream world, where he meets him in the dream world, but he gets pinned to a wall, and Baku is asking all the right questions, but of course Mulder in Dreamworld saying, like, I don't know what the hell are you talking about, dude. And he sends Baku in jail. And so after much convincing to Nem, he gets released from jail, and he is on a hunt for the mind's doors, which he kind of has an idea where these doors are. And so you see Baku in disguise as a cop, and he goes to the one place he thinks where the doors are, which is the paranormal truck. So he goes inside the truck, and he gets greeted by a scene from Hellraiser. You see the office in chains, and beyond those chains, you see those 3 doors that Zero was talking about. 2 doors are already open, and you see, the cars and the buildings in flames. And somehow Baku gets through the chains and decides to take a peek through the 3rd door through the keyhole, which causes Baku to leave the truck and sees Mulder at the front of the police station and begs him, why are you doing this? Can you please tell me why so I can help you? And he discovers what, Mulder's wish is, which is to destroy the police. which, by the way, Mulder, there's other ways to destroy the police aside from, explosions and killing cops. Like, that's not the right way to go. You could defund the police, Mulder. Just defund the police. That's it. There's no murder involved. There's no burning buildings involved. Just do that, Mulder. Just do that. And so, we discovered his wish, which is he wants to destroy the cops. And Baku is all like, Bomber, where the hell are you at? I demand to know, show yourself. I demand your presence right now. And you see the bomber inside the director's office, and he caused it to explode. He destroys the director's office, and in real time, in the real world, in the middle of the night, you see explosions inside the police building. And so, we go to see the third door opened, and the nightmare monster takes Mulder's soul and takes control of his body. And as the bomber nightmare takes control of his body, and now he is in the real world, you see a purple mist getting released. The moon is red, and everybody's looking up, be like, what the hell? Like, why is the moon red? And then Nox appears, and he releases an army of purple butterflies, which we see, the purple butterflies, latching onto people and whatnot. So as that was happening, Baku wakes up, but instead of waking up inside of his room, you see him waking up outside and greeted by this impending apocalypse. And then Zero shows up and says, yeah, I thought it to be necessary to take your bed and place you outside because of what's going on right now. As you can see, the nightmare has succeeded in taking control of one's body. Now it's your mission to not only save Mulder, but also destroy the nightmare that's wreaking havoc right now, because if you don't, it could mean the end of the world. To think that a mere nightmare can cause an apocalypse, right? So we get to Baku going to the police station, and he meets the bomber nightmare and demands, where the hell is Mulder at? And what did you do to him? And where is he at? And the monster says, I only did what he wanted me to do. They didn't believe in his mission, the cops. He lost faith in the cops. And that's why, I came to be. I came here, I came to this dreamer's dream to help him into destroying, the cops, because the cops lost faith in him, or he lost faith in them. So why not destroy him, right? But Baku said, look, Mulder does not want any of this to happen. Like, despite everything that he has endured, he worked hard to carry out his mission. And to end the scene, he doesn't want any more bad dreams to happen in this world. And then it leads to a beatdown. The bomber nightmare is beating the hell out of Baku. And then we get to see Baku transforming into Zeztz. So it's confirmed that not only he can transform in the dream world, he can transform in the real world as well, which doesn't surprise me whatsoever, because like I said last week, I wouldn't be surprised that Baku has the ability to transform in the real world, because what would happen if a nightmare succeed on its mission and it's in the real world? how can Baku defeat it without the powers of Zeztz? Right? Unless Baku will be like, hey, I'm going to take you back to the dream world where I'm most powerful and I'll beat you down. Just like Freddy. Because remember, how do you get Freddy out from the dream world? Well, you have to grab hold of him and then wake up. And then lo and behold, Freddy is in the real world. I'm sure the same thing will happen if Baku grabs a hold of the nightmare monster, put himself to sleep, or both of them to sleep, and then lo and behold, he takes the monster back into his dream space. But that's extra problems, right? Because let's say he does grab hold on the monster, tries to go to sleep, like it's impossible unless you have a Jigglypuff. In any case, it's confirmed, which I wasn't surprised. Then he uses the new capsule ball that he got from last week's episode, and it has the ability to have Carnage-like powers. And after a couple of punches, kicks, Zeztz managed to disarm the bomb that was inside the monster's chest. And then we have the 777 kick, and the world is saved. Mulder's soul, his body is saved. We see him wake up, and he sees Baku, and Baku says, apparently you had a nightmare. And then Scully shows up, and Scully was like, wait a minute, you've been asleep the whole time? Where are you? and whatnot. And then Mulder is looking around for Baku, but he disappears. And Baku is riding home, and he is hoping and praying that Mulder will no longer will have nightmares. It's going to be good dreams from now on. And then we get the last scene with Knox saying that, oh, I can't wait to take this world apart. Now, who should I grant bad dreams to? And that's how the episode ends. So, from what I heard, this is a 3-part pilot episode. And next week, we're going to have the opening credits for Zeztz and whatnot. I mean, it's good without the opening credits. I just don't mind it at all. The episode itself, I find it kind of sad for Mulder because, his dream is to be a part of being a cop and being a part of the paranormal division. But when you have a director who says, like, I don't believe in the stuff that you are saying, it's a waste of money, I need to disband it. I mean, sorry, there's nothing I can do. Well, he can do something, but he said that he doesn't believe in the paranormal, so what's the point of having a division based on the paranormal stuff? So I wouldn't be surprised that we're going to see Mulder and Scully driving that paranormal truck around. I wouldn't be surprised. I hope it happens. I mean, Mulder, you don't need to work at the police station. You have your own truck. Just drive it. You have your office in the back. I mean, you could do your black cases with Scully and hopefully work with Baku, and, with all three of you guys together, you will take down, the nightmares and solve all the black cases, all you want. Yeah, that's the way I'm seeing it going to happen. Mulder and Scully driving the truck. Baku is helping Mulder and Scully out and save the day and whatnot. That's the way I'm looking at this. But you never know with Yuya. And also, there's like a couple of months away until Christmas. So, yeah, Yuya, I wonder who's going to die. I mean, hopefully it's not Mulder. Hopefully it's not Scully. But I don't know with you. I do not know with you. But in any case, this is the conclusion of the pilot episode, and we now know, how the nightmare creatures work, what Nox is. Well, we don't actually know what Nox is, but he is one who wants to take the world apart and give nightmares to people. He's like, the PG version of Freddy Krueger. And yeah, I think that is it, guys. I have nothing more to say because if I have something to say, then I will start to ramble off. So we don't want that. But in any case, give me your thoughts and opinions about episode 3. Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Did I miss anything? Anything at all? Just write in the comments below. Give a like if you like it, and please subscribe. And I will see you all on the other side of oblivion. Johnny!